Dear students, the topic of today's lecture of organic chemistry is carboxylic acids of aliphatic line, carboxylic acids of aromatic line, functional derivatives of carboxylic acids. Speaker, Doctor of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Professor Vilchinska Elena. Contents: nomenclature and isomerism of carboxylic acids, extraction of carboxylic acids, properties of carboxylic acids. Practically directed educational objective of the lecture is to study nomenclature and isomerism of compounds which contain functional group, carboxyl group, extraction, properties, physical, chemical, biological, as organic compounds which are base of the medicines or drugs. Test: which of the following chemical compounds contains a carboxyl group in the molecule? The correct answer are salicylic acid, acetic acid. Carboxyl group is the oldest group among the functional characteristic groups. First position. Carboxylic acids are classified by the number of carboxyl groups in the molecule: mono, di, tri, and tetracarboxylic, aromatic, cyclic, heterocyclic, and other acids. More groups carboxyl in the molecule are rare. Nomenclature of carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids are the derivatives of hydrocarbons, which contain one or several carboxyl groups in the molecule: aliphatic and aromatic, saturated or unsaturated. Systematic names for carboxylic acids. The number of carbons in the longest chain with carboxyl group, replacing the E-indene in the corresponding alkane name by oic acid. You can see some important carboxylic acids. For example, formic acid, acetic acid, benzoic acid, salicylic acid, and so on. You can see some important saturated monocarboxylic acids: formic acid, acetic acid, propionic acid, oil acid, isoyl acid, and other. You can see some important unsaturated monocarboxylic acids. For example, acrylic acid, crotonic acid, propiolic acid, tetrolic acid, and other. You can see some important dicarboxylic acids: oxalic acid, malonic acid, succinic acid. Isomerism of carboxylic acids. Structural: different structure of carbon chain and different location of carboxyl group in the molecule of organic compound. For example, valeric acid, isovaleric acid. Geometric: for molecules which contain a double bond connected with different substituents, cis and trans. For example, crotonic acid or trans-2-butanoic acid, isocrotonic acid or cis-2 butanoic acid. Pages of history. Formic acid received by English chemist John Ray. Method: heating ends in distilling flask. Acetic acid. German chemist Jacob Berzelius discovered the composition of the acid. Adolf Kolbe synthesized it. Structure and bonding. Carboxyl group combines two separate functional groups, carbonyl and hydroxyl, which mutually affect each other. Carboxyl group is a conjugate system. Unshared pair of electrons of oxygen atom or hydroxy group enters into conjugation with p electrons of carbonyl group. Formic acid is planar, with one of its carbon-oxygen bonds shorter than other, and with bond angles at carbon close to 120 degrees. You can see some characteristics of bond distances and bond angles. The inductive effect of the carbonyl group of acetate ion is electron withdrawing, and by attracting electrons away from the negatively charged oxygen, acetate anion is stabilized. This is an inductive effect arising in the polarization of the electron distribution in the sigma bond between the carbonyl carbon and the negative charged oxygen. The resonance effect of the carbonyl group of acetate ion, electron delocalization, expressed by resonance between the following Lewis structures, causes the negative charge in acetate to be shared equally by both oxygens. You can see results of electronic density displacement in carboxy group. Extraction of carboxylic acids. Side chain oxidation of alkyl benzenes. Hydrocarboxylation of alkanes with carbon oxide and hydrogen. Hydrocarboxylation of alkenes. Oxidation of primary alcohols. Extraction of carboxylic acids. Oxidation of aldehydes. Synthesis of carboxylic acids by the carboxylation of Grignard reagents. Dicarboxylic acids have been prepared from dihalides. Maleic acid is obtained by dehydration of malic acid. Test. How many carboxyl groups succinic acid contains? The correct answer is 2. Physical properties of carboxylic acids. The melting points and boiling points of carboxylic acids are higher than those of hydrocarbons. The hydroxyl group of the one carboxylic acid molecule acts as a proton donor towards the carbonyl oxygen of a second. The result is that the two carboxylic acid molecules are held together by two hydrogen bonds. In the pure liquid, a mixture of hydrogen-bonded dimers and higher aggregates is present. In aqueous solution, intermolecular association between carboxylic acid molecules is replaced by hydrogen bonding to water. Acidity of carboxylic acids. The most common organic acids are carboxylic acids. Compounds that have a carboxyl group and contain only carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Acetic acid and formic acid are examples of carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids have pK values ranging from 3 to 5. Acid dissociation constant. The degree to which an acid dissociates is normally determined in a dilute solution, so the concentration of water remains nearly constant. The equilibrium expression, therefore, can be rewritten using a new constant called the acid dissociation constant. You can see some characteristics of acid dissociation constant. For very strong acids, moderately strong acids, weak acids, extremely weak acids. You can see characteristics of ionization constants for different organic acids. Acetic acid, alkyl substituents have a negligible effect on acidity. Alpha halogen substituents in organic acids, electron attracting groups increase acidity, and so on. Chemical properties of carboxylic acids. Reactions with the participation of the hydroxy group, acid properties, reactions of nucleophilic substitution with the participation of carbon atom, replacement of hydrogen atoms at alpha carbon atom, reduction, oxidation. You can see a scheme of molecule of acetic acid and carbonyl group undergoes nucleophilic additions. Acidity of the bond of hydroxy group. The alpha protons may be substituted. Chemical properties of carboxylic acids. Esterification reactions. Formation of esters. You can see a scheme of reactions of benzoic acid, salts, esters, haloanhydrides, anhydrides formation. You can see reaction of amidase imides formation. For example, identification, the reaction of esterification for preparation potassium acetate. The product acyl acetate, specific fruit odor. Identification, salt formation reactions. The products are color salts for preparation benzoic acid, pink-yellow precipitate. Identification, reaction with sodium bicarbonate solution for carboxylic acids, unlike of alcohols and phenols. Elimination of carbon oxide. Alpha halogenation of carboxylic acids. Reaction of unsaturated carboxylic acids with double bond, hydrolysis, reduction, oxidation, halogenation, hydrohalogenations. Reaction of reduction of carboxylic acids. The product is alcohol. Reaction of decarboxylation of carboxylic acids. For example, oxalic acid after decarboxylation forms formic acid. Derivatives of carboxylic acids, acyl chlorides, carboxylic acid anhydrides, esters of carboxylic acids, carboxamides, and others. The transformation of derivatives of carboxylic acids to carboxylic acids by hydrolysis. Biologically important derivatives of carboxylic acids. There are many derivatives of carboxylic acids in the nature. For example, citrus contain octyl acetate. Biologically important carboxylic acids preparations. Benzoic acid, antiseptic. Salicylic acid, antiseptic. Acetyl salicylic acid, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. You can see side effects of aspirin. Swelling of the eyes, face, lips, stomach pain, vomiting, bloody vomit, vomit resembling coffee grounds, and other. Sulfonamides contain carboxyl group in molecular. For example, para-aminobenzoic acid, PABA, phthalazole. Nicotinic acid, nicotinamide. Vitamins. Test. What reaction underlies the transformation of derivatives of carboxylic acid to carboxylic acids? The correct answer is hydrolysis. So, the organic compounds considered today are organic compounds with functional oxygen-containing groups, carboxylic acids and derivatives, which are used in practice and have a certain significance as preparations or reagents and solutions in medicine and pharmacy. Nomenclature, isomerism, structure, properties, physical, chemical, and biological, of representatives of this class of compounds are considered. You can see recommended literature for study of discipline organic chemistry. Thank you for your attention.